Hey, Chuck, how's it going, brother? We'll get started here in a few minutes. Good, Ben. How are you? Just getting everything started, getting everything set up, make sure we're good to go. Make sure I got some water so I don't dry out my mouth. All right, South Carolina, what's going on? 803 RT. How's the sound? Everybody, is the sound good to go? Or is it too loud? Come on. Coming in. I can't leave the door open. Come on. Bean's trying to make up his mind. All right, good. Mike, what's going on? Bruce, I did change it to 9 o'clock, man. I'm sorry. I may go back to nine. I may go back to 8. Maybe we'll do a month at 8, a month at 9. Switch back and forth, but I don't know if that'll confuse people. Yes, sir. Another Wednesday. Another Wednesday. Oh, hey, buddy. Now you're in here. Come here. Yeah, Chuck, it's always an open topic. I'll probably start gabbing about shake and bake, and then I'm sure someone will come in with a question, and we'll get sidetracked with a bunch of questions, and then Mike's gonna come in and he's gonna talk about hell beef for a while. Oh, Mike's got a lot of stuff covered for Hellbee. I tell you, that scat pack is gonna be ridiculous. That's how you spell Wednesday. Yeah, wide body Mike's build is getting out of hand. I don't know what Brink's truck he robbed, but his stuff's getting out of hand. Hey, Destroyer, how you going? How you doing, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Chuck. Start with some questions, and then we'll talk about where Shake and Bake's at and where we're going from here. Yeah, absolutely. Hit that like button, folks. Hit that like button. It's a little bit older video, but that cooler weather is on its way. I don't know, but some wise man told me if you only fast in boost weather, you're not fast. What's up, R. Edmonds? What's going on, brother? Mike, are you ever really on hold? Let's be honest now. I don't know who would say such a thing. I'm not sure who would say that, Mike. All right, well, let's talk about shake and bake for a few minutes, and then I'm sure someone will come in. Somebody will come in with some questions, and we'll get sidetracked on questions. But yes, sir. So we did run a 10-4 last weekend. We ran a 10-4. I was super happy with that. Bruce, yeah, I want in on his heist too, man. I could use a few extra dollars for shake and bake, that's for sure. But Yeah, we did get a 10-4 in pretty decent weather. It wasn't really good weather. It was pretty much on par with the last 2 or 3 weeks I ran. So you know that 10-4 is somewhat comparable. Later on in the day, we did run a couple 10-6s. It did heat up pretty quick, and the grains continued to rise. So they were like 70 in the morning, and then got up into the 80s in those last couple runs. So yeah, you know it is what it is. We're at where we're at. We're still getting the blip of the throttle, losing throttle, and the 1-2 shift. So there's a number of theories out there on what it could be, but Dave seems to think we're tipping the bottom of the limiter, and he thinks because of the CAN bus communication issue that we're not getting torque management. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know Mike's got his theory of what's going on. But we are hitting first really fast and really hard. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that. But the good thing is shift timing. Yeah. So I'll talk to Dave that. Matter of fact, I'm going to Summer Duck Raceway down by Mac and Dave. It's like 30 minutes from their shop to do some 8th mile runs tomorrow night. So Dave will be there. So hopefully he's supposed to get me an updated tune before I go down there. And then we'll run that, get some logs, see what happens. He can update there on the fly. Hopefully there's probably a 50-50 chance he's going to be there to do the tuning. If not, Max said we could just email him the logs and he can fix the tune and we can make some more runs. So hopefully Thursday we get some serious work done, and then Saturday we're going to Cecil to meet up with Incredible Hemi and his 392 truck now. It used to be a 5.7. He's got a 392 in there now. And have some fun racing Kong up in Cecil. So that's where we're at with Shake and Bake. So Mike's gonna yell at me again. I got the 4,000 stall torque converter. It's here. We're gonna hold off on that. We're gonna hold off on any nitrous until we get it dialed in without any of those. So it'll be much easier, or hopefully be easier when we do install the torque converter and start running nitrous, that it'll be easier to tune, hopefully. I knew you were going to shake your head at me, Mike. I knew you were. It's okay. It's okay. More likely than not, I'm going to come back and you're going to say, I told you so. I'm going to say, yep, you told me so. But we'll see. We'll see. There's nothing wrong with trying. Let's see. Bruce, can we change training gears? I know the Tremec has 5th gear upgrade, but what about others? Dan, Mustang SUV spanked me off the line. Yeah. Yeah, that Mustang SUV. Those electric cars, man, it's instant torque. It's instantly there. They're tough off the line. The TR6060, so an 8-speed manual. Oh, yeah, Bruce is talking about a manual. All right, here we go. Chuck's fired off questions. Looked up a Whipple 3.0 for the Challenger Scat. 8100 for the kit. Comes with a tuner as well. My questions are, will this run with stock internals, and would I need a new PCM? You wouldn't need a new PCM, but you would need, uh, if it's a 2014 or newer, or 15 or newer, you're going to need an unlocked PCM. You're going to have to get it unlocked. And you're going to have to get it unlocked to whichever tune they send it, be it a Diablo tune or a HP Tuners tune. You'll have to get it unlocked by that specific company because no longer are they compatible with each other. Back in the day, you could switch between HP Tuners and Diablo. Uh, I want to say they use the same calibration to unlock the PCMs. Now they use different calibrations to unlock the PCM, so you can't go back and forth. So if you go Diablo now and want to go HP Tuners later, you're gonna have to pay another 250 bucks to get unlocked by HP Tuners. But you're gonna have to get your PCM unlocked, Chuck, and you're gonna have to run 7 to 8 pounds of boost for you to be safe. So 2021, yep. So you're gonna have to get it unlocked, and then you'll go from there. Do you know which one, Chuck? Is it a Diablo Sport tuner or an HP tuner? Of course, Mike's asking that same question. Yeah, it should come. It should tell you where to send it, but depending on what hardware they give you, that'll immediately tell you where you need to send it. That's it, Bruce. We're always gonna want more, and in a scat, if you want more, you're gonna have to go to drop-ins. Not sure, Mike. It's on the American Muscle site. Yeah, I'll tell you. Don't get me wrong. I love Diablo. Diablo was great. I used it for, gosh, the past 3 years until I switched. 4 years, 5 years. How long I had my car? 5 years. Uh, I had the Diablo, stuck with it for the longest time, but I do. There are some nuances with HP. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a video between the difference between Diablo and HP, and let people start making their decisions on their own. But I do like the HP tuners. There is a little bit more freedom with HP tuners, though now they're starting to get lockdown things too. So if you haven't seen HP tuners, if you now download the latest VCM suite, you literally have to take training on emissions training to open up the ability to tune your car. So watch out if you're going HP tuners now and download version 5. So be careful. Looks like Mike's going to check to find out what tuner comes with that kit. Hey, no problem, Chuck. That's why I leave this open chat. Everybody's like, "What's the topic? What's the topic?" I don't like topics. We may do a little topic at the beginning, but I like getting into people's questions, answering questions, and things like that. Because I do have my backups. Usually, I have my backups. So I got wide body mic, Jay pops in, Amp pops in. I got folks that if I can't answer the question, one of those folks always pops in and gives out the good answer. I have an A8RT with a 6.4 hookup. Yes. Yep. They use the same flex plate and everything. On a 6.4 250, that might be a little ambitious. But I want to say they do. It's over 200, but 250 may be a little ambitious. Yeah, Felix. Like I said, if you want to buy a 6.4 BGE, hook right up to your transmission with no issue. 803, thanks. No problem. 250 with cam and headers. Now, if you're adding the Whipple and the cam and the headers, yeah, you may even get more than 250 out of that. Can't see me. All right, brother. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm not trying to be bad at. I'm just an average Joe modding his car and hopefully helping someone else, mod their cars. That's what it's all about. All right. Thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it. Yeah, Chuck, it took me a little while to do the lives because I've talked to a lot of people and they're just like, the lives, they don't get a lot of stuff. They don't get a lot of people. They're not huge money makers. And like I said, I don't get me wrong. I like the cash side of YouTube, but I also like helping people out. And that's what the chat, that's why I got into the chat, was to really get a little bit off of Instagram, get people into the channel, into the lives, get into the chat. Hopefully, if they're not subscribed to the channel, they come in the chat, they subscribe to the channel, and stick around and watch everything. But yeah, I like the lives too. It's fun. It's fun. I always have a good time. There's Mike, 180 to 200. As I say, probably 200 ish. But if you go cam and headers, you'll get significantly more. Big Coach. Okay, finally received my car back after 3 months of waiting. Went from 5.7 to fully forged cam 6.4. The engine was built for boost. My question is, would the D1X scare me to death? That's the goal. If you so if you got the cash, you can go wide body Mike's route and get the F1A 94. That'll scare you. Mike makes a lot of power with that F1A 94. D1X, yeah, D1X isn't going to do it for you, but it'll make big power. But I don't think it's going to necessarily scare you. Pro Charger, you gotta understand, Pro Charger, the power comes in on the higher end of the RPM bands, right? So cruising around town, you're not gonna get anything. You do get some efficiencies by using a Pro Charger, because it's easier on the drivetrain, and such. But driving around town, you're not going to get much use out of your Pro Charger. The Pro Charger, like I said, really hits at the top end, and running around the streets and cruising around town, you're not in that power band. Where if you go positive displacement, now you're in more like a Hellcat, and that power is always there. Big Coach, no drag racing, just highway pulls. Yeah, my opinion, right, is if you're just going to daily drive your car on highway pulls, go with a positive displacement. Go with a Whipple, Magnuson, Kenny Bell, one of those positive displacement blowers. You're going to have a lot more fun. And then those kind of scare. If you get scared by a Hellcat, that's the kind of power you'll have. Big Coach, if I were you, I would get a positive displacement. I wouldn't go Pro Charger, just because you're not gonna like the daily driving of a Pro Charger, because you're just not in that power band all the time. To where a positive displacement, you're always in the power band. It's always there. Thanks, Mike's figure 8 pounds. Yep, 6 to 8 pounds on a stock 392. Don't go more than 6 to 8. You're just asking for trouble. To be honest, me running 15 pounds of boost, I'm asking for trouble too. But I just haven't ran into that trouble yet. What's the ring gap on the drop-in forged pistons, and do you do the rods too? Yeah, it comes in a kit, Bruce. The drop-ins come with rods and pistons. I don't know what the ring gap is, but I know they're lower than the stock ones. Oh, on a 5.7. I do not know the ring gap on the 5.7. I don't know. Ah, Mike came in and chimed in. So Mike, is 28? Is that the stock? What they're gapped at stock, or what they should be gapped at for boost? So Felix, looking around the forums, apparently not much is needed, and you're able to get someone to retune the RT to make it compatible with the 6.4. Yeah, shouldn't be that hard. You can do it through HP tuners. Matter of fact, you can change your displacement. So Mike's saying 28, depends on the boost level. I just think my rings are so old they gap themselves. If that makes sense, that's just my opinion. That's a swag, but you know how I beat on my car, so I think they just gap themselves. Uh, so yeah, Chuck, I kind of disagree with you on that one. I think a positive displacement for a street car is better because again, you're not you're not in the higher RPMs when you're just cruising around the street. Yeah, for a street car, I'd go positive displacement. If you're going track car, I would go with centrifugal. So Mike's saying that's what he gapped his at. Yeah, Tim, if you do a lot of burnouts, I would. If you do a lot of burnouts and a lot of racing, I would change your dip fluid at least minimal every second oil change. Mike will tell you every 13 to 15 passes, but that would get awful expensive awful fast for me. Um, do you know how much boost the stock 5.7 can handle with the rings gapped? With the rings gap, I would argue. I mean, I'm pushing 15, 16 now. Could it take more? I don't know. And I haven't gapped my rings, by the way. Remember that. Stock bottom end. I haven't gapped my rings either. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm at 15, 16 now, and it's been 15, 16 all year, and I'm still rolling. Let me know if you change and blow up. Yeah, Mike brings up a good point. Our Edmonds, if you want to go past arguably that 7 to 8 pounds of boost, um, if you're going to go in and gap the stock pistons, you might as well you might as well go all the way and get drop ins. It'd be better for you in the long run anyway. Yes, sir. More crankcase pressure, and I think that's a problem I'm having now because I'm getting a lot of oil coming out of my breather. Yeah, he did gap the rings and he did do 1100, but you got to keep in mind That was on an engine dyno, and that was only a couple. I think he only got a few passes on it. So yeah, getting up into that level with stock pistons and the stock bottom end, uh, then you really are asking for trouble. Save first, and when I'm rich, then I'll push the limits. Bruce, the only reason I'm pushing the limits is because I know I got a backup engine just waiting. He is a professional engine builder. Richard Holdner is, and that group. He hangs out with that Engine Masters group. And if you haven't watched Engine Masters, they have quite a few good shows on there. I watch them every weekend. 9 pounds 93 HHP tune. Yep, that's the safety zone. I've heard. Well, I ran 10 pounds, 10, 11 pounds all last year. So 10 pounds, you theoretically could be safe. I have heard other folks do 10 pounds boost and be safe, but it's all in what your gut tells you. Go with your gut. If your gut says that's too much boost, then back it off. Yeah, Edmonds, I think you're still in that safety zone of the HP 70. You go much more than 9 pounds, you're gonna start pushing the limits of that HP 70. There's Mike. That's probably what I need to. Definitely when I swap engines, I'm gonna have to do that, Mike, because I am getting a lot of blow by. Yeah, but you don't want to get it to the point to where I think I'm at is that I'm getting a lot of blow by in the engine, and it's coming out that breather. The Because I have a breather on top of the oil fill. I got a breather on there, and I'm getting a lot of oil coming out of there. So I'm getting a lot of crankcase pressure, and what that does is it produces blow by, and then it comes out that breather and into your catch can. Uh, it's not a normal catch can. Well, it's a normal catch can, but you got to breathe your valve covers into a catch can to relieve yourself of that crankcase pressure. I have a big gut. There you go, man. No, you don't need to change your gearing. 390 gears are fine for a manual scat. That's what they come with stock. You're fine. Um, you don't have to change the PCM. You have to get it unlocked. The days of way back in the day, you could buy another PCM, get it unlocked, put it in the car, run it around. Something happens, you can put the old PCM back in and get stuff done under warranty. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. As soon as you third party tune your car, there's a code that's run throughout your car. It's in multiple modules, and even the techs at Dodge can't delete it. It's P1400, I believe. So those days are over. So once you unlock your PCM, you might as well unlock your stock PCM, is what I'm saying. Wait the few days, the week and a half, send it back and forth, or you can pay the $600-700 for a new PCM and not have to worry about your car being down for a week or two. Supercharger hard to install. I would give it at least a medium. If you're doing the Pro Charger instructions are really really good. Um, I would give yourself at least 2 days. If I was to do mine, Wide Body Mike did mine. He did mine in about 6 7 hours. I think it was Mike. If not, I think it was 6 7 hours. Um, but you will have to do the fuel pump as well and pin the crank. Yes, you will have to pin the crank. That was the scariest part for me. So I'm glad Mike helped me out. So it's one of those ones where I started things and then Mike just like kicked me out of the way and said, said let me get this done. And he knocked it out in about 6 7 hours. But me, if I was to do it, looking at the instructions, it would probably take me 2 days to get it done. You would save a lot in labor, that's for sure. Yep, definitely. Yep. You do pin the crank, and they send everything you need. If you get the, I don't know about the Whipple kits, but I know the Pro Charger kit comes with a instructions and everything to pin the crank. This is one of those things where Mike makes things look easy. Uh, it is fairly easy. All you do is you get a drill bit. As a matter of fact, they give you the drill bit. You measure, put a piece of tape around the drill bit, drill in that far, push the pin in, and you're done. Tony, what cams do y'all recommend? Company you all like? Um, yeah, that's a tough question. Uh, Mike is an MMX guy. MMX has a lot of great cams. Uh, Personally, I don't think you can really go too awfully wrong because I'm sure these different cams there's not much difference between them. But yeah, MMX, they've been around a long time, and they know what's going on. Once you drop the radiator, that's true. You do, yeah. Once you have, yeah, pin your crank when you got everything out of the way. Make your life a lot easier. Yep, 803. That's a normal catch can. Yep. Yeah, venting the crankcase is totally different. 100%. So with a normal catch can, it's going to come from your PCV to your catch can back to your intake manifold. So that way you're recirculating everything, but you're not recirculating the oil that the PCV valve's letting by. That's what the catch can's doing. It's catching that oil, and then the only thing going back in is air. Yeah, venting the crankcase is a different story. Whipple kit says it's complete, everything you need. Uh, Hopefully they send you the instructions to pin the crank too. I don't I don't know. I didn't look. I haven't looked at the Whipple kit. Um, yeah, Mike brings up a point. Um, you got to watch what kit you get. If you get the tuner kit, it doesn't come with a lot of things. You got to make sure you're looking at the full kit. If you don't have upgraded fuel system, map sensor, and a tune. So the tuner kit takes all that stuff away, and that's on you to get. So if you want, make sure you get the right kit. Tony, when I put the Pro Charger, I don't want to blow the motor of that compressed horsepower. What is mandatory to have before going forward with the Charger? Yeah, Chuck. Chuck. Tony, I'll get back to you in a second. Chuck, definitely check into it. Make sure you have everything you think you need, which is going to be fuel, map sensor, and a tune. Make sure it includes all that. So Tony, I can't remember what you say above. Do you have a 5.7 or a 6.4? But the safe place is the 6 to 8 pounds of boost is where you're safe. 100% car will be fine. So whenever you order it, you just make sure, hey, I want to make sure I'm at 6 to 8 pounds of boost. That's all I want, and they'll send you the kit with everything. Yep. Okay, Tony. Yeah, six to eight. If you want to push it, you can go to 10. So I've seen, like, I was safe all last year on 10 pounds of boost. I've heard other people safe on 10 pounds of boost. But typically, you hear on the internet, 6 to 8 pounds of boost is where you're going to be safe. And Tony, if you want to go the Pro Charger route, you can call up East Coast Moparts and talk to Andy. He's their parts manager at Waldorf Dodge, and he can walk you through everything. He'll ask you all the questions, what you have, what you need, and he'll set you up with everything. He set me up with everything. That's where I got my Pro Charger from. Was East Coast Moparts. Chuck, you're welcome, man. Like I said, this is what the chat's for, is to get these questions out there and talk through them, make sure everyone gets their try and get everyone their answers to all their questions. I know we don't sometimes we don't get to everybody's questions, but we try to. 803 big boost. I'd say 10 pounds or more. You start talking about big boost. Thinks about mini wastegates on the crankcase. All right, there's Mike. Big boost 15, 15 plus. All right, all right. Tony's okay. 803's okay. Yes, 100%. Get the race red blow off valve. Don't go the cheap route like Don did. And I got the cheapo. Uh, I don't. It's not cheap. It's been fine. It works. But I got the enclosed. I did not upgrade my blow off valve, which I should have, and I'm going to eventually. Pro Charger complete kit with tune, map sensor, and fueling. You're looking. Let's see. So I got the tuner kit. Didn't come with fueling. Didn't come with the map sensor, and didn't come with a tune. And I paid 6,500 for mine. I think it was for my Pro Charger kit. So if you add the fueling, the tune, and the map sensor, 7K, 7-ish, somewhere around there. Tony, you'll have to look around, but expect probably about 7K for a complete kit. Correct. So if you want, yeah. So here's the key, right? So more boost equals more fuel, which means bigger pumps, dual pumps, triple pumps, depending on how far you want to go. 1050, 1200 injectors, 1400 injectors. So yes, so as you increase that boost, probably around that 10 pounds, you're gonna have to start looking at least dual pump kit for fuel, and at least if you have a 5.7, at least 1050 injectors, because that's what I'm running now, and I'm at 16, 15, 16 pounds of boost, and my injector duty cycle is around 85%. So I'm on the upper edge of the 1050s right now. So Tim, 8K ish, yeah. All right. For the Pro Charger kit, is definitely, you're definitely looking at the 8K. So Edmund's saying he bought his on sale. Yeah, you can look for sales. You can look at all these places and find a sale. So there's Mike's kit. He paid 85 for his, and like I said, I got the tuner kit. So no fueling, no tune, no map sensor, and mine was like 6,500. But I should have bought the full kit, even though I already had a tuner. Mike talking about his head unit, the F1A94. And he's right. The kits are all those kits are the same price. Whether you're buying one for a Ford or you're buying one for a Chevy, they're all the same price. And yep, that's for sure. Tuning, that's where it's going to get you. Yeah, Bruce. The problem with even the Hellion kit, I've heard people having problems, and there is some um, uh, golly, what am I trying to say? Um, there is some tweaking to that kit. It's not 100% bolt on. So there is some tweaking and some manufacturing that you got to do to get that kit to work. I posted the link, but it doesn't work. Hmm. Yep, Black Friday is a good day to go out and get what you can. They made a big deal about the warranty getting it from another shop. Yeah, yeah. Andy does do a good deal on his kits. Um, I, I don't know if they do installs too. I'm not sure, Mike. I don't know if you know if Andy and his team does the Pro Charger installs or not. Oh, sorry, Bean. I didn't mean to kick you. Um, but yeah, you may have to go to another shop to get it installed. If I mean, uh, yeah, shops are picky. They want you to buy from them. Dino late October. Awesome, Tony. That's great. Good deal. Yours is in Seoul. Is that Korea? I'm guessing. Scrounges couch coins for Maggie. Yeah, you're gonna have to scrounge a lot of coins out of that couch. Yeah, there's Edmonds. Yep. By the time I bought injectors, fuel pump, all of that, yeah. Still, hey Jeremy, good evening, brother. Yeah, even though you get the full kit, you may have to get injectors as well. Good, Edmonds. You went with the D1 SC. I went with the D1X. Yeah, Chuck. There's a lot out there, and I've said this 1,000 times. It just all depends how you want to feel the power. If you want a Hellcat like car, get a positive displacement. That'll give you the Hellcat experience. The Pro Charger is not going to give you the Hellcat experience. The Pro Charger is going to put you in your seat when you get into the upper echelon of your RPMs, where a positive displacement will put you in your seat at your lower RPMs. But the problem with a positive displacement, when you do get up into the top end of the quarter mile, you're going to start to level off. Where a Pro Charger and turbos are just going to keep right on going. There's Mike. Don't think he does them. Doesn't think Andy does installs anymore. Uh, yeah, just if you call Andy and get a price on a Pro Charger, ask him if they do installs. You'll have to ask him. I don't know. All right, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it, man. Hey, I know you got to go to bed and you got to get up early to work, man. Have a good evening. We'll catch you next week. Biggest cam with the stock converter. Hmm, that's gonna be a Mike question. Camp Henry. All right, Tony. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Tony, you got to tell me what time it is over there. It's got to be what? Today's Wednesday. It's got to be Thursday morning. Hey, hey, RT Life, what's going on, buddy? Feel the power. You know it. You know it. Yes, sir. We do. Once we're both dialed in, we gonna have a date. Uh, we talked. Actually, we talked about this on the phone. The other day? Maybe January, February next year. I'll take a trip down to Florida, and hopefully the tracks are. I think the tracks stay open down there. We'll check into it. You know, January, February. Even if we have to go to March. Uh, Maybe the Monter Street Hemi Shootout if I go next year. We'll figure out a date and time, man. We definitely gonna line up and have some fun. That's for sure. Oh, nice, Tony, putting the wide body kit on there. Hey, you may want to talk to RT Life about that wide body kit, depending on which one you got. there's a there's a lot of issues when you go with that wide body kit aftermarket. What do you mean I ain't got no likes? Hang on. Let me. Oh, let me bring up the old YouTube here. Let's see. I gotta stretch. Hey, we got 14 likes on there. Oh no! Come back, baby. All right, are we back? Hey, am I back? Looks like we're back. All right, good. We're back. Woo! Thought I lost live there for a minute. Hey, Three Pedal J, what's going on, buddy? All right, yeah, my computer went on the fritz there for a second when I went to go look at the YouTube. Let me go back up here. Where are we at? All right, so Jay saying Andy just sells parts. So Mike's talking about valve clearance. Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, if you're not racing and need that high end power, and you just want to have a fun car, get a positive displacement. 10:45 a.m. Just get just getting started. Awesome. So Edmonds, I'm probably gonna go to Florida, and it's probably gonna be January, February, March, one of those months. Thursday. That's what I thought. I thought Korea was almost a day ahead of us. So 803 saying he's gonna phase locker. Nothing wrong with that. AJ, if you want to make a big trip to Florida, man, let me know. We'll both go down there. All right, so Tim and Wide Body Mike going back and forth. Yeah, RT Life coming in about the wide body kit. You can definitely talk to RT Life about the wide body kit. Oh no, we ain't giving no hits now. It's gonna be tough for me to keep up with him at this point. He's got some surprises coming. All right, we're back to where I was back. All right, Tony, thanks, man. I'm good. Mike going the VVT route. 803 is getting all you getting all the goodies. Phaser lock demon style cam. Hey, that sounds good. That sounds good, Tim. Sounds like a good build. ECU already unlocked by HP Tuners. HP Tuners, way to go. You know, I wasn't going to get into all these crazy things that Dodge is doing because it's the last year. Now the Black Ghost, I haven't got the entire background of the story, but I know there is a heartfelt story behind the Black Ghost edition for next year. But I just think these limited editions are I don't if you're thinking you're going to buy a swinger, for example, and 5-10 years down the road think you're going to make more money off of it because it's a swinger and it's a limited edition, uh, I, I I don't see it. I really don't. Even with the Hellcat Daytonas, I don't know if they're making it if they appreciate it at all. Uh, I never thought they would appreciate, but maybe they are. They only made what 500 of them or whatever. Um, but yeah, these limited edition stuff that Dodge is doing, my opinion, it's just a smoke show because they're giving up the Ghost. No pun intended to the Black Ghost, but I definitely got to go check out that story though. I don't know about the spring, but probably definitely going to go down there January, February, March. Yeah, I gotta get the background of the Ghost story. All right, 803. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate it. 16 hours ahead. Yep. Glad I'm doing it at night. Yeah. So I may change back to 8 o'clock. I don't know. I'll debate about that. Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, I'm with you, RT Life. It's just a scam to get people to pay more money for the same car they that you get. It doesn't say swinger. Um, I think B Mason did a video on Dodge guys moving to Ford because Ford's going to keep building V8s. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what Dodge is going to do? They may change their mind and come back. I don't. Yeah, Chuck. There's so many cams out there. It's really hard to tell who's the best. But I would go with the people that's been around for a while. Joker. They've been making cams for a while. MMX. Texas Speed is now in the Hemi game. They're building stuff for Hemis. Um, yeah, yeah, it's tough to say whose cam's better than whose. Though Mike will probably get into the specifics with you and tell you. He could probably tell you which cam's better. I just I'm not that technical yet. I don't have hubcaps, no Africa badge, probably. Keep with what you got, fellas. How wide do you recommend the rear tire setup? Oh no, Rory, you still here? Tony, you may want to try and hit up RT Life on Instagram and have a conversation with him to make sure you get everything right. Boosted Hemi, he likes 9 p.m. All right. All right. Timothy going back to three pedal J. Jeremy, it's just a phase. That's what we're all hoping. It's just a phase, just like the 70s. Long live the Hemi, Lorenzo. You got it, buddy. There's enough Hemis around to keep us motivated for a while. Yeah, I think Dodge is messing up all the way around, but motion cams. It's not tough what you're trying to do. Mike, you're gonna have to trailer Helby down there when I go now. We'll make it a Instagram group travel to Florida. Yeah, I know. I know in the Instagram chat we have been talking. A few of us have been talking about trying to make it down to the Modern Street Hemi Shootout. It's usually in March. Yeah, direct connection is crap. Matter of fact, I seen something where they took all of the 392 stuff down from direct connection. So yeah, I would just, if you're not worried about warranty, stick with aftermarket. Fix a repair daily. That's right, Ford for sure. Chuck Stockheads flow too good to sell you a set. Yeah, test before the 20th, Jay. It's right around the corner, man. Found on road dead. Going to Florida to beat up on RT. Yep. Hey, RT Life. If I can't do it, I'll just sick Mike on you. I know he can do it. Yeah, Mike. I hope you can make it too, man. I really do. Yeah, direct connection is terrible. I don't know what Dodge was thinking. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to. One, they're not going to keep up with the aftermarket. There's just no way they can do it because everything they put out has to be carb compliant. Uh, so I don't. Yeah, I knew. I'm with you, Rory. Direct connection is crap. It's not above testing in the streets. So far, I haven't had to, so that's a good thing. All in name and fun and entertainment. Yeah, we'll have dude. You know we have a good time every time. Every time we get together, we have a good time. Yeah, Chuck, I got you. I got you. But I'm telling you, a direct connection is not going to do it for you. It's really, it's really not. Uh, I know B Mason has gone on multiple rants about direct connection, how terrible it is. Serious question: where should I buy? Hey, I got mine off of Amazon. I got mine off of Amazon for I think it's 150 bucks. That's where I got my draggy from. Just make sure you keep it off your dash and out of the sunshine because I think that's what happened to my last one. I had to buy another one. All right, folks, we are right at 10 o'clock. I agree with you, Jay. Yeah, if you're buying parts, HHP and MMX, HHP specifically, I know them for a fact. Literally, if they have it in stock, it's out that day, if not the next day. Those guys are 100% on top of it when it comes to parts. All right, Rory, thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate it. Look up Nick's Garage, the grandfather in Mopar. All right, man. Mine never stays in place. All right, folks. I know you guys keep chatting now, but it's just after 10 o'clock. You all know I like to keep these at right at an hour. I appreciate everyone jumping in the chat. I appreciate everyone coming in with questions, keeping the chat moving. Um, I know it's a lot of me rambling and a lot of Mike and Jay typing to keep up with all the questions. I just think this is it's worked so far, and as long as it continues to work as an open forum, I'll just keep it open. We'll keep doing what we're doing, and if it gets to the point where I have to start doing topics, we'll do that. Trying not to do that because I do like the open chat. It's a lot more fun, and it keeps me talking. It keeps the time flying by. But that's it for this one, folks. We are going racing tomorrow. We are going racing Saturday with Incredible Hemi, so there'll be some good racing videos coming up next week. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your week and have a great weekend. Until the next time, adios.